And once again, we are bang on time. Periscope, boom, straight in. Eric is here. I'm going to give people a few minutes to join. Patrick's in the house. Good evening, Patrick. Hope you are well. For those who are watching for the first time, welcome as well. It's 10 p.m. here in the UK. Warren's here. It might be afternoon. We get a lot of people watching in America as well. Arkadina's here. Not seen that name for a while. Miss Gypsy's here. Hey, Warren, Jennifer. Everybody's piling on. But yeah, for those who don't know me, my name is Ross. Scope twice a week. I'm an actor here in the UK, and I scope once on a Monday evening, Jen. And on a Monday night we do something called Motivation and Mind Hacks, which is exactly that. It's motivational hacks, mind hacks, biohacks, brain hacks, happiness chemical hacks, loads of stuff. Anna, good evening. It's going to basically help you get further in your career faster. Because I'm an actor, some of this stuff applies to the acting industry, but there's a lesson to it all that applies to anybody who's a human being. Aloha, says Selena, good evening. Hey Anna, Batcat, good evening as well. Anna says, hey, lovely people. Yeah, on a Wednesday night, guys, we do something called Book Club, the Acts on This TV Book Club. This week we are looking, well, for the whole of September, we're looking at Preston Smiles' Love Louder book, 33 Ways to Amplify Your Life. We've done 2 sessions on this. We've still got 3 to go for the next 3 weeks, so make sure you tune in live on Wednesday night to catch this. May have to leave early. Police coming to file second report since last night. What are you talking about, Miss Gypsy? What are the police doing? Miss Gypsy is one of our US viewers. It's obviously all been kicking off in Chicago, so let us know what's happened. Sophie, good evening as well. Nina, dying to know what my frugality is. Brilliant. Right, okay, well, we're going to talk about this because that's the topic for tonight. At some point need to discuss actors meeting dodgy agents in the business, says Patrick. Okay, that's definitely a conversation for a different night. Sam, who was at the Acts on This meetup on Saturday, had something to say about dodgy agents. I won't tell you, but maybe she might want to share that story with you at some point. You've got to be careful, guys, in the acting industry. Seriously, some pretty dodgy people out there who will try and take advantage of you. A lovely agent contacted me, said Anna. Well, there you go. Hopefully they're all lovely. So tonight, guys, right, what I want to talk about, it's always a bit of a hot potato, this, and people, David Bresnahan's here as well, good evening. People always have their opinions on this, and I used to have very different opinions on this to opinions that I now have on this. It's something that is whatever way you look at it, whether you look at it as a necessary evil or whether you look at it as something that enables you to do more in life. It's money, okay? It's money. And actors, a lot of the time, you know, human beings, I guess, but particularly, I don't know what it is about actors. Actors have a very, if they're not careful, a very, very poor relationship with money in terms of how much they think they deserve to have, how much they currently have, how much they think they have the potential to earn. There's a lot of a victim mentality around it in terms of, you know, oh, I can't earn this, I can't earn that. They look at, I did particularly when I was younger, I would look at my friends who, when I graduated drama school at 24, look at the equivalent money my friends were earning who had done real degrees, who hadn't done an acting degree. They were earning way more than me. I was working for minimum wage in a shop when they were all, you know, doing their apprenticeships, they were all doing their, you know, the kind of like entry-level stuff in big businesses and stuff once they graduated. Hey, Christos, good evening. And yeah, this would make me quite jealous, quite envious of these people. And I try and, you know, I'd convince myself with reasons to make myself feel better about it. Oh, well, you know, at least I'm chasing my dreams, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I learned later on in life that ultimately none of that really made any difference. It was my relationship with money that was the problem. And I changed a few things around and things started changing vastly when it came to my finances and my bank balance. And today I was talking to a few actors, a read through for an amazing drama that's coming up from ITV. I've actually signed a non-disclosure act, so I can't tell you anything about it, but it's a great drama. Got some great people in it, but a very young cast. It's got a cast of a lot of teenagers in it. And I was talking to one guy, and he was saying, I was telling him about the website and actsonthis.tv. For those who aren't a member of the website yet, I run a website for actors, actsonthis.tv, and I host on there podcasts, interviews, video interviews, articles with some of the biggest names in the business. There's so much knowledge on there that I've kind of, you know, I've managed to curate over the last 5 years and put it on there. And I was telling him about the website, And then he was saying, oh, you know, how much does it cost? I was like, well, you know, the price has just gone up. So, you know, for the first 5 years, it was always £5 a month, but the price needed to go up to reflect the amount of content that's on there. I said, so the price at the moment, I said, it's £10 a month. It's gone up, it's double the price. But it's still £10 a month for over 300 hours worth of top industry knowledge is like an absolute bargain. And he was like, yeah, okay, yeah, and I'll think about doing something like that, and you know, I think that might be quite good for me, but I'll have to see how much money I've got at the end of the month. And I was looking at him, and he had a Starbucks big venti latte. That's probably £4. Had an iPhone. I was like, how much is your phone contract? So, oh yeah, got a deal on it. It says £51 a month. It's like, right, okay, so it's £51 a month. There's your latte that was £4. You're probably going to have another one of them for the next week, for the next 4 weeks or whatever. You could easily afford £10 a month to fast track your career. This guy was really young. He was like just nearly 18. Yet his priorities were like my priorities were when I was younger, which were fancy clothes, gadgets, you know, subscriptions to Netflix, coffee, going out, drinking, all this kind of stuff. David says £51 a month is ridiculous. Well, it is at 18. Fanny's here. Good evening, Fanny. We're just talking a little bit about money in the intro to what I want to talk about tonight. And I was like, came away just thinking, well, I saw a lot of myself in this person, to be honest, when I was younger. And I came away just thinking, people's short-sighted frugality is killing their careers and is killing any success in general in their lives. And it all comes down to, does anyone remember when we looked at a book in the Act on This TV book club called Mindset by Carol Dweck? I've got it on the shelf here. There you go. That book, Mindset, Carol Dweck, how you can fulfill your potential. Does anyone remember the 2 types of mindsets within the book? £16.50 a month for everything for me. Thrifty David. That's for his phone contract. Yeah, does anyone remember the 2 types of mindset? This will determine whether you were paying attention, guys, and you actually take any of this in. Carol Dweck, an amazing professor, she came up with 2 types of mindset that people have. One will ensure that you never have any success, or very minimal. The other can absolutely guarantee it you. And the 2 mindsets are, they are a fixed mindset, where you believe that everything is kind of, the cards you've been dealt is how it is, the earning potential you've been dealt is how it is, your IQ is how it is, everything about your life is how it is, it's fixed. And people who have a fixed mindset hoard shit, they hold on to stuff, they look at everything for what is this taking from me, as opposed to what it can give me. Let me put up this first slide to sort of like explain this a bit better for you. I can bounce between the 2. Is that possible? Yeah, it definitely is, Fanny. Absolutely. The key for you there would to be noticed when you revert into a fixed mindset, and do what you need to do to get out of that small town mentality. Says David. Yeah, definitely. So you can take a screenshot of this if you want. But if you're watching on the replay, if you look below this video, you'll be able to download these PDFs as a high quality PDF document. So researcher Carol Dweck talks about people with fixed mindsets and growth mindsets. Now we can also frame this in terms of 2 words that I like better are scarcity and abundance. Okay, people who approach life with a scarcity mindset are constantly trying to manage limited resources. This is the key, this. I'll hold it flat to the screen when I've read it, Fanny, yeah. And they're managing limited resources and resent when outsiders ask for more of their pie, so to speak, right? So when I was asking people for more than, for when the price of Acts on This had gone up from £5 to £10, although everyone who was currently paying £5 always only pays £5, they don't pay more. People who try to join after the deadline, I've got loads of emails going, oh, can you not extend it? Nope. Can't extend that, I'm afraid, because they've got to honour all the people who have already got in for the £5 a month, and people need to alter their mindset there, look a little bit more abundantly, not for the money I'm taking off them, but for what they're receiving. And that's the key here. So they're managing resources and they resent when outsiders ask more of their pie. People who approach life with an abundance mindset are constantly trying to increase their resources and use outsiders to bake bigger pies. So what someone with a growth mindset in that situation would have done is gone, well, not what am I giving, this £10 a month, what am I getting? So what is it that I'm receiving? Okay, and the difference has powerful ramifications for people's personal growth and professional success. You can take a screenshot of that or hold it flat if you want, but like I say, you'll be able to download a copy of this tomorrow. You can see all the screenshots coming up. Cool, so we've got that. If you need it again, let me know. So what does scarcity cost you? Okay, it costs us 3 things that I can figure out. Well, in my experience, it costs us 3 things. And these will feed into a lot of your life, but particularly your acting career, okay? Well, any career, you know, whatever you're chasing. And I can explain this by showing you what abundance thinkers or growth mindset people have over fixed mindset people. So 1, what scarcity costs you, okay? Abundance thinkers keep their eyes on opportunities. This is key. This is the most important slide. If you take anything away from tonight, take this, right? Scarcity thinkers ask how much something will cost them if they take action. Abundance thinkers count that cost also, but they also ask how much it will cost them if they don't take the action. Okay, they frame the issue differently. Instead of factoring the expense, they also factor the opportunity. So a lot of people will, I mean, God, they'll look at like a gym membership for what it takes. And the hipster says, like it, nice one. I hope people get this. So a lot of people look at something for what it's going to take from them. A gym membership, okay, that's going to take me £35 a month. If I've got a fixed mindset, a scarcity mindset, I'm like, shit, well, money's a finite thing. I can't really spend that. Instead, I should be looking at, well, what am I going to gain out of that £35 a month if I use it and go to the gym? Well, I'm going to be in better shape. I'm going to look better. That's going to improve my confidence. I'm going to show up in the world in a more positive way. Yes, Ross, exactly, says Fanny. If I show up in the world in a more positive way, people are going to react to me differently. I'm going to get more opportunities because people are going to want to be around me. Thus, my potential expands. I then have more opportunity to earn more money and prolong my life. If I can go to the gym, keep healthy, stave off heart disease, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, all these things, I might end up with another 2 decades on the planet. That's what you should be looking at, not, oh, it's 35 quid a month. 35 quid a month when you are dead will do you no good whatsoever. So the key is to stop looking, in the acting industry as well, stop looking at what stuff is going to cost you. Start looking at the cost if you don't get that thing or spend that money on the class or the workshop or the networking event or the website or whatever it is. And the fear of what it will cost you should, if you're intelligent, it should stamp out, well, it should be greater than the fear of spending the money. Ultimately, the fear of that thing going right and you missing out needs to be greater than that thing going wrong and you wasting money on it or whatever, you know, whatever it may be. The second thing that abundance thinkers have over scarcity thinkers is they place a high value on their time. Who for a start, before I show you this, I've just paid for Surviving Actors workshops today, even though I'm broke. Good, Fanny, because that will pay dividends in your career. Good on you. I vouch for Surviving Actors stuff. I think it's pretty good. I know the guys who run that. What value do you place on your own time, guys? Just give me, like, you know, do you think you value your own time enough? Just give me some yeses or nos if you think genuinely, honestly with yourself, you value your time enough. Do you spend all your time wisely? Or do you spend your time, do you complain that you don't have a lot of time and then you find yourself spending a lot of time on social media, on Netflix, watching stuff? Could do more, says David. I'm starting to, says Jen. Warren says no. Great. Thanks for your honesty, everybody. Because you really need to start valuing your own time and stop putting, like, you know, a monetary price on it sometimes of, like, you know, if you work in a service industry and you're, like, you know, £7 an hour or whatever your wages are, don't always look at your time just, you know, being worth £7 an hour. And if you can do something for a higher yield, not yet, we'll get back to watch. So if you can value your time, or you can do something to earn more. Say for instance you're paying a cleaner, say for instance you're cleaning your house and you're spending 3 hours cleaning your house, and you might pay a cleaner £7 an hour, so it's 21 quid, you know, to have a clean around your house. If you can go out and do a task that is, so you're doing that yourself, sorry, so you're basically spending 3 hours cleaning your house that you could get a cleaner in to do and pay them £7 an hour or whatever. If you can find a way to earn that 21 quid in faster than 3 hours, the 3 hours you will be spending, that's leveraging your time and value in your time. So you can do that thing and then pay somebody else to do the thing that, you know, ultimately you were wasting your time on. Do you get what I mean? So you're basically leveraging your unique abilities, the things you can get paid the most for, to earn as much money as possible, and then you can save time by paying other people to do the things that otherwise, you know, you wouldn't have been able to spend time doing, you know, to earn that money. I think I'm kind of making sense. But ultimately, value your time, guys. Okay, scarcity thinkers pinch pennies, but are spendthrifts with their hours. So take the small price increase on Act on This, for example, I put here. How many hours would it take an actor new to the industry to learn the industry knowledge available right now at Act on This? And I would say genuinely, up to 5 years. It's taken me 5 years to curate all of the features on Act on This. For somebody brand new to the industry to go out, find out who these casting directors are, somehow, God knows how, invest the time, whatever they have to do in order to get one-to-one time with these people, go and have a chat with these people, find out from the horse's mouth what they're looking for, all the stuff that we've got on there. You know, we've got the biggest casting directors in the industry on Act on This, one-to-one with me, basically spewing out all of their processes, how they work, what they're looking for, how they want people to approach them, you know, everything that they're after with an actor. So for you to go and get that on your own would take you literally years and years and years. Yet, there are still some people who begrudge £10 a month to shortcut all that. 5 years work to save 10 quid a month. Well, my time is worth more than a few cups of coffee, guys, and I bet yours is. Give me some hearts if your time is worth more than a few cups of coffee. Tap the screen. The hearts are coming through. I'm seeing blues and purples. I need to see more colours. Your time is worth more. The browns are coming through. Turquoise. Your time is worth more, guys, than a few cups of coffee. Okay. Abundance thinkers trade small amounts of cash for high value time and reinvest their hours in pursuits that will earn double, triple, or up to 100 times the money that they're investing. So for instance, you know, I spend a lot of money on courses, on programs, either in business, in marketing, in the acting industry. You know, I wanted to, when I launched Bulletproof Actor, Unstoppable Confidence, Infinite Success, mindset program that I'm launching again, is the units for it. It's a 33 video, 5-hour video course. It's super interactive, massive kind of like confidence installation program, the only science-backed positive psychology confidence installation program for actors on the planet. I knew I had it in me and I wanted to create that. I've been studying positive psychology for 9 years almost. And I was like, I've got all this knowledge and need to put it into a course, but I've no idea how to do that. I've no idea how to get that online, no idea how to set everything up. I spent $3,000 on a program. So that's like quite a bit over $2,000, isn't it? £2,000 to teach me how to do that. And I thought, you know what, because it's worth it. I didn't have necessarily, you know, that money at the time. I think I whacked it on a credit card. I thought, I just know. I wouldn't advise people to get into debt or anything like that. But I was like, I know if I can get this out there, not only will it help lots of people, but I will recoup this $3,000. And I did. When I launched it for the first time, it's only open twice a year, I did close to $10,000 in that first launch. And as I've got better at marketing and we've got, you know, more people and, you know, I've got some great testimonials from the 40 people who went through that program, I'm hoping when I launch it again, like I say, it's only open twice a year, that I will, you know, I can maybe double that or triple that eventually. But I had to initially outlay that $3,000 and, you know, to go, well, okay, I know that if I take action on this, I should be able to, it was a calculated risk, but I should be able to recoup that and then, you know, earn a lot of money above that. What a lot of people do is they do it the other way around. They go, oh, well, I'll only spend that $3,000 when I've made 10. Well, you're never gonna make money unless you spend money initially. There you go. So Fanny just said spend money to make money. Absolutely. David said hoping to get on the next one. Well, the next intake is going to be September. It's not a sales pitch now or anything, but I know Anna just asked the price. So the price of it, Anna, is 197 quid for the self-study version, or £297. We do a VIP version where it's self-study plus we do 5 live trainings with me, and you get some live trainings with some other great coaches in the industry as well. But a lot of people at the time, and I get emails even now when they're asking, people are inquiring about it, looking for a discount, and they're going, oh well, you know, I'm in the military, so can I have a heavy discount? And I'm like, I totally respect that you're in the military, and I think that's amazing. But if you're coming to a program that, you know, that's supposed to, you know, all about literally rewriting a limitless life story for yourself, you know, installing through science-backed psychology massive confidence, which will, honest to God, seriously, and the testimonials I've got on video will back this up, will not only change your life like in the present now, but will enable you to live such a much more fulfilled life for the rest of your life. And you might say you're 20, you might have 70 years left on this planet. If you are approaching this program asking me for money off it before you've even started it, you don't value that product, or you're not going to complete it, you're not going to go through it because it won't mean anything to you. And you are putting 197 quid in front of you, in between you and living a more fulfilled life for the rest of your life because of that fixed mindset. You're looking at what it's taking from you, that 197 quid that you've got to hoard, that you know, I'm never going to get it back, and you're not looking at it for what you're going to lose if you don't do it. Can you spread the cost? There's only on the VIP one, Anna, so you can do it as 3 payments of 99 quid if you want, so you can spread it over 3 months at that point. But I'm going to give people loads more. Like I say, it's not a sales pitch now. I'm going to give people loads more information on that. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee on it as well, by the way. If it doesn't deliver and you don't feel that you've got 10 times the value from the program, you drop me an email and you will get a full refund. You have to go through the program now. That's the only thing. You've got to go through every video, fill out your workbooks, because I can see what people have done. Not a single person out of the, I think there was like 35, 36 people who did it in the first intake, not a single person asked for a refund. And some of the comments, I'll show you them another night, are just phenomenal. So the second thing, guys, is people, like I say there, people try and save the pennies, yet they just squander their hours. They're like, they don't appreciate the value of their time. Please start appreciating the value of your time. If you are spending 3, 4, 5 hours a week doing something that you could actually, not do, spend that time doing something that's a unique ability of yours to earn more money, to pay somebody and still have money left over to do those things you were wasting your time on. Do that. If it is cleaning or something like that, and you're like, actually, if I did another shift in the shop, I could earn more, then it would cost me to get someone else to clean the house. So I'm going to go and volunteer for another shift rather than going, I've got to have the day off because I've got to clean. Start utilising your hours and valuing your time a lot more. The third and final thing that abundance thinkers love to do is invest in their growth. And that's what I was touching on there when I was talking about investing and spending money on courses and seminars and all that kind of stuff. Because they factor opportunity and value their time, like we discussed, abundance thinkers are happy to spend money on products or processes that enable them to increase their personal and professional resources. They freely share what they know and learn from others. That's another great trait of successful people. They are willing to share. They buy books, take courses, and attend conferences. They outsource tasks they're not proficient or passionate about, like I'm talking about cleaning and stuff, and they upgrade their knowledge and their toolkits. They're not satisfied with incremental improvements when they can make leapfrog gains towards their goals. And they always have big goals because they aren't trapped by limiting beliefs about what is possible. You can take a picture of that if you want, that's important. So I get a lot of people, I might meet someone in a coffee shop and I'll be talking to them about, or I'll overhear a conversation, I've done this before, and I'll overhear a conversation and I might have just read a book that could solve somebody's problem on that particular thing I'm overhearing and talk about. Or I might have just done it, we might be doing it for book club at the moment or something. Taxi drivers, I tell this to all the time. And I'll go, guys, look, oh my God, you need to buy this book. This is really going to help you with this. If you're struggling with this or whatever it is, you need to buy this book, and because it really helped me, you should read it. And they'll go, yeah, sounds great, sounds brilliant. And they'll be all pumped up. 3 weeks later, I'll see him in the same coffee shop, or it'll be the same driver who picks me up in the taxi. I'll be like, so you get that book? Oh, no, I didn't get it, not a time. I'm like, right, well, did you spend 2 hours last night watching House of Cards or Stranger Things on Netflix? Probably. Why didn't you get your book off Amazon, for Christ's sake? But my point is that people with a fixed mindset won't do stuff like that. Those with an abundance mindset can see, God, this book, mindset, this is just an example. There's millions of books out there. Carol Dweck's probably been doing stuff on positive psychology, mindset and success for 20, 30 years. You can get all of that knowledge in this book, all of those 30 years of knowledge, for £10.99. Is 30 years of knowledge not worth 11 quid to you? It's crazy. Hipster, I just saw you say you reinvested money you'd got from a commercial back into acting classes. Perfect. So all that money I made on Bulletproof Actor, that $10,000, you know what I spent it on? A shed load of camera equipment that's down there, so I could start filming the Act on This TV interviews in 4K, super high quality, broadcast quality videos, because that was a thing that was going to help me make my mark on the industry and help me up the game, up the reputation of Act on This, attract bigger guests. I didn't go, I'm not a consumer. A consumer's mindset and a fixed mindset would have spent it on clothes, shoes, going out, drinking, lap dancing if you're a guy or a girl, whatever, consumables. People with a growth mindset reinvest it back into themselves and create. They don't just consume. They consume because you've got to consume, but they create from that consumption as well. So it's super important. So the three things, just to remind you, that I really I'm so passionate about this, guys. You need to start focusing on if you want to earn more money. Clothes can be a good investment, definitely, David, without a doubt. If they're going to make you feel good, they're going to make you look good, they're going to give you confidence. I'm talking about people who will go and spend £800 on a pair of Louis Vuitton or Christian Louboutin, in it, the girls' shoes, they're expensive. You don't need that. You could buy a pair for 50 quid that look just as good, And so what scarcity costs you? First thing is, you need to start focusing on not what the thing you're buying is costing you monetarily, but what it's costing you if you don't buy it. What are you going to lose out on if you don't have that thing? Okay, what are the things that it's going to do for you that justify its cost? Secondly, those with the difference between those with a growth and scarcity mindset, here we go, is that they value, those with an abundance, a growth mindset, really value their time. So start really valuing your time, what you think of your time and the price that you put on it, and equally start leveraging it. If it's hard sometimes at night, particularly in the winter, you're going to want to come home, crawl in front of Netflix or something like that and not really do very much. Is it a worthwhile use of your time? And the third thing, is abundance thinkers. They reinvest everything that they make in themselves to have more success. So look around you in your acting career and go, right, rather than me going, I'm going to get my headshots done by a great photographer, but it's £200. I could get them done by this guy. He's not really got a track record, but he's 60 quid. He's got a similar camera. What is it costing you? Not money. Okay, so you fixed mindset, you're thinking it's going to save me 140 quid. What is it going to cost you by going to that cheaper guy? A cheap pay twice, says Fanny. Jobs, says Selena. Yeah, exactly. It can cost you castings. It can cost you, great opportunities. It can cost you, anything like that. It could. You just need that one job, don't you? If it costs you that one audition, you've saved 140 quid, but it's cost you potentially the biggest opportunity of your life. I was happy with mine at 100 quid. Yeah, 100 quid is a reasonable price if you're, if you've seen their work, Anna, and you're like, I can get away with that. That's cool. So yeah, think about that. If it's an acting class, people go, oh well, that acting class is great and it's got a really good track record, and a lot of casting directors, you know, chip in on it or visit the class, but it's a 2-hour journey. This acting class is close to home, it's 20 minutes away, but no one really visits it. Well, what is it costing you? Okay, that trip isn't costing you 2 hours in the car or on the train. It's costing you, going to the other class closer is costing you more. It's costing you opportunities with people in the industry who could really help and develop your career. Look at everything like that before you just shy away from the price. Please just look at what the other costs are by not doing that thing. Ultimately, that's that's the key to it. There's a quote here that I kind of want to finish on, by Mark Victor Hansen. Love this. Take a picture of this. This is good. Take a picture before I read it. You can do that now. But it's a good little passage rather than a quote, I guess. It says, "The journey to financial freedom." And we are talking about money here. Just changed classes, costing me an extra £30, but more casting directors. Well, there you go, David. It will pay dividends. It's not costing you 30 quid. It's costing you way more than 30 quid if you don't do it. So the journey to financial freedom starts the minute you decide you were destined for prosperity. I wish everybody could come to terms with the fact that they can live with abundance. Come to terms with the fact that money can come easily to you if you allow it. Not scarcity. For abundance, not lack. So they're destined for prosperity, not scarcity. For abundance, not lack. Isn't there a part of you that has always known that? Can you see yourself living a bounteous life, a life of more than enough? It only takes 1 minute to decide. Decide now. I'd say it only takes a second to decide. So decide now. Honestly, and I'm not saying that as like a load of woo-woo bullshit, guys. I decided consciously, and I don't want to sound like an absolute twat now, but consciously, and this was because somebody in the States, a friend of mine, Mark, he got me into high performance nearly a decade ago, said to me, "Ross, you need to start allowing things to come more easily to your life, and you need to start expecting things to come easier to you, and you need to start investing in things that are intelligent investments, but there's no better thing than you to spend your money on. There's no better investment you can make than yourself, in your acting career, in your life, in your spirituality, emotional mastery, physicality, every single area of your life. If you are spending money on you, not a material thing, but something that's going to benefit you personally or professionally, there is no better way to spend your money." David says, "Superb." No, it really is, and I want you to enjoy spending that money on yourself when you know that it's on development, it's on professional or personal development. Because when I started doing that, right, I worked in a shop, honestly, told you all, all this story, it's old shit we've been over before, but I worked in a shop for minimum wage, £5.75 an hour. For 10 years I was on the same wages, and I hoarded that money like no one was going to get it off me. No one was going to get it off me. At the time I wasn't going to the gym even, I wasn't even spending money on a gym membership. And when I started putting money into myself, and initially, and as I say, I wouldn't recommend this. I did have a credit card, so I got a £5 credit card out. Put quite a bit of stuff on credit cards, but it was with, I knew it was never going to make me destitute and homeless. I was always going to be able to pay it back, regardless of what it took. Don't go out and get into loads of debt. I'm not saying that, but save your money, and the money you would be spending on shit, on your Netflix subscription, on your lattes if you have a lot of them, on designer tops. This top, £6 top man. When I didn't have any money, I used to go out and spend like 60 quid on a t-shirt. Now I wouldn't dream of it. Now I can afford it. But yes, instead, spend it on personal development. Spend it on things that are going to make you more intelligent, smarter, more talented, better shape, better looking, whatever that thing is. And when I started doing that, and I invested a lot of my money into like studio equipment when I wanted to get into voiceovers, and I wanted to get into doing like animation and stuff like that. I went, right, okay, what do I need to do that? Well, I'm going to need equipment. So I did spend a fair amount of money on equipment. I mean, this computer, I've still got it now, like 5 years later, but this was like £2,500. These microphones, you know, they're 100 odd quid each. Software, I'd have a subscription that's 36 quid a month each. Money that at the time I didn't really have, but I just worked solidly on those investments that I'd made, because I was determined, because I'd committed skin into the game, I'd invested that money I couldn't really afford, that I was gonna get a return. Bought 2 pairs of pumps for 7 quid the other week. Retail hero, well done, David. Frugal, in the right way. That's not short-sighted frugalness, that's good, that's long-sighted frugalness. And then because of that, and all that money that I put into myself, I don't want to do this to look like an absolute knobhead, but I'm doing my accounts at the moment. So here's a statement. I don't want you to think I'm a twat doing this, but I just want you to show you the difference in my life now. So I used to get £5.75 an hour working at Game in the Trafford Centre. So this is a statement, genuine. You can see 5th of September today. Look at these amounts on here. These are voiceover jobs that I've done this month. There's the total after my agent's taken the money. Like I said, I'm not doing this to just go, look at me, aren't I an absolute knobhead? So 3,600 quid this week. It's because I adopted an abundance mindset, where I was like, this money, I deserve it, I can have it, I've got the potential to earn it, and I'm going to invest what I have now, which wasn't a lot, but I'm going to invest it in the best possible way. I'm going to stop going out, stop wasting money on shit, and start investing it into myself, my acting career, my voiceover career. And then when I open my arms to that world, it opened its arms to me. And it will work for you. There is nothing at all extraordinary about me at all. I'm just a proper normal northern guy who grew up in a super working class family, who just realised through help of mentors and other people that you can have what you want if you stop getting yourself addicted to the struggle ultimately and expecting everything to be so hard. Thus, when you expect everything to be hard, it is. You get down on yourself, you want to escape, and then you do waste your money, because you escape and you want to waste your money on booze. I went out every week drinking, constantly running away from my life at the weekend. Now, I don't touch a drop because I don't need to. I have a coffee instead. But yeah, I don't know, I just want people to realise sometimes that being super stingy with their money will mean you will never have any. When you start investing in yourself and being more abundant, your finances will become more abundant as well. So I don't know, I mean, let me know if that makes sense. Like I say, I wasn't showing you that as any kind of, I didn't even realise that was there, to be honest, until I just looked at it. But that's the difference between my life now and what it used to be when I never, you know, I never really realised I was holding myself back. Makes total sense, says Selena. Good, says David. Yeah, honestly. So let me know, what do you think in your life right now? How can you save money? How can you be frugal in a good way? And how can you stop being frugal in a short-sighted way? Give me a couple of examples before we go. Just let me know if it's kind of made sense and it's kind of sunk in. Are there areas of your life you are throwing money away on that isn't getting you further in your career faster or your life or making you happy? You know, are you suffering ultimately because of, you know, the way you're spending your finances? And too late to send in my letter to younger self. You're not, Fanny, I'll talk about that in a minute. Stop buying so many sweets. Drinking, says David. It was a massive one for me, David, mate. I'd spend 120, 30 quid on a night out. That was a lot of money when I was on minimum wage. Spent lots on the lottery. I need a cheaper phone contract, says Celine. So this is all brilliant stuff that you might not have kind of been conscious of until now. I've just invested in a show reel, not had a holiday for years. Well, that's all right. Don't look at what it's cost you. That show reel's cost you a holiday. Look at what it would have cost you if you didn't get it done. You can have your holiday, it might last a week, Jen, but then when you get back, is that going to get you a job? Walnut and dark chocolate. No, you got to keep having walnuts and dark chocolate because of the serotonin. It's going to make you feel better, David. Clams, he says. For those who haven't got a clue what we're talking about, we did a scope last week on foods that will naturally boost feel-good chemicals in your brain and serotonin. So yeah, chocolate, clams, and walnuts was on that. That was a purposeful choice, not feeling woeful. Well done, Jen. Excellent. But yeah, that scene, Jen, honestly, that scene with you and Lee. So if you're not in the Facebook group and you're an actor and you're watching this, facebook.com/groups/ActOnThisTV, you'll be able to see Jen and Lee Petcher's scene. It's brilliant. It's so good. It's shot beautifully.
The audio's fantastic, the performances are fantastic, it's cast so well. There you go, it was so, look, Fanny, you're reading my mind tonight. She just said it was so well cast. It was so, I mean, I think it was written for you, wasn't it? I think they wrote that scene for you. It was perfect. Very funny. It got like so many comments on the Facebook group. That's one of those. If you can get like 2 more of those, well, not the same thing, obviously, then you'll have you only need three pieces. Such a strong reel, and you might go, okay, well, financially that's cost me 600 quid. And then you get one job out of it, which changes your career. What would it have cost you if you didn't do that? Could have cost you 10, 15 years of struggling. Oh, you've got 3 pieces now. Amazing. Well, hopefully, if you've got a nice, concise cut reel together, it's just going to pay dividends. Don't look at it monetarily. Trust me, you can always earn the money back. The money, there's billions of pounds out there just waiting for you to earn it. You can have however much of that you want if you work hard enough. But the things that the money can buy you sometimes, like if you don't invest in those, you may never buy them. You never have them. Well worth it. Best investment ever, says Warren. So it's cool. Oh, Anna says, did you get my message? I think you sent me a message on Facebook about your reel, Anna. I've not looked at it yet, but I'll make some time to do that. Yes, it was Chris. He did the police scene also. I've not seen that one. Got some good material, but it could be better, says David. Well, yeah, well, just look, guys, honestly. I know it's been a bit of a long one tonight. I'll let you go in a minute, but just look at where money is leaking. Whether that is Netflix subscriptions that you never use, Amazon Prime subscriptions that you never really use, things where you're not getting the value from, and start saving that money so you can invest it in a program, in a course, in a show reel, in some better headshots, in a membership to a website that's going to serve you better. Sky, says Anna, yeah, God, TV subscriptions are so flipping dear. Can you downgrade your broadband connection? Are you paying for a massive broadband connection you don't need and you get away with a smaller package? Start being frugal in playing the long game in a long-sighted way, not in a short-sighted way. I live like a pauper, says Fanny. Well, not for long, Fanny. Hopefully, all that investment will come good, definitely. And enjoy the journey. I listened to something great this morning. Someone was talking about. Someone asked the question, can we avoid pain in our lives? This scientist was like, no, you can't avoid pain in your life because that isn't a choice, but you can avoid suffering from that pain. And they were talking about how you use that pain to propel you forward. Cinemas, Spotify, phone bill. Look at how you can use that saving your money. You can choose to save that money and propel yourself forward with, with good choices ultimately, because you have that choice. But you'll be having a battle every day. Every single day I have a battle with something in my mind, something that's causing me some kind of suffering if I allow it to. And you can use that pain in whatever area of your life it is to hold you back and to justify why you'll never have anything, you'll never have any success, or you can use it to propel you forward. Some of the best things in my life have come from some of the shittest things. But yeah, just look at some shit things you might be spending money on that you can save it and boom, invest it in yourself, get better, and come to terms with the fact that you can attract an abundance and live with an abundance mindset. Quit the fixed mindset. If you want to check out Carol's book, get it on Amazon. Mindsets, brilliant read, dead easy to read as well. It's not like super science. It's scientific, but it's not super hard or anything. Am I at liberty to send new voice reel? People can send whatever they want, Fanny. You can. I mean, at the moment, sometimes it takes me days to get back to people. You just have to bear with me. Sometimes my inbox is just full of stuff. I always endeavour to get back to people. If you want instant feedback, post it on the Facebook group, and people in the group will obviously give you feedback, before I can. But I'll always endeavour to get back to people within 7 days if they send something, and if I don't, nudge me, because it's not that I've ignored you. I've just either got snowed under, forgot, or something else has come up. For your voiceover stuff, I feel very super confident in giving people advice on, because I do well at voiceover, and I've been doing it 11 years. Which is crazy, but yeah, I can definitely do that. And also look on actonthis.tv. Search. So when you go onto actonthis.tv, let me show you, because I don't know if people kind of get this, or like,
Maybe I need to make the website easier to navigate or something. I thought I'd just kind of simplified it. But let me get the website up and just show you how you can find some pretty cool stuff that you might have missed. So on the website, so I'm just on the mobile, but if you touch the menu item there, see how this flings out? So you've got this search box at the top. Just click in it. All I'm going to do now is just type in voiceover. All one word. Sometimes people spell voiceover, voice and then over. I spell it voice over, all one word. And you'll see some great articles on here. Or voiceover. So look, recording your first voice reel in under 5 minutes in GarageBand. There's tutorials and stuff on there. This is some video focus stuff I used to do. I don't have that company anymore. But voiceover question roundup, video focus, are you cut out to work in voiceover? There's a podcast there with my agent. There's quite a lot of the number one reason your voice reel is failing and what you can do about it. You need to read that. That's mega. Recording your first voice reel, the essential ingredients, that'll tell you everything you need in a reel. You really must utilize this. If you're ever kind of stuck on something, just do a little search, just check, search for a keyword in there, because there's 1,000 articles and acts on this. Chances are I've already written about it, and when I write about stuff, I write about it in depth. So chances are you'll find a lot of what you're looking for on there. So do search that. Did not know all that. Excited. Oh, existed. Yeah, no, it's there's a shed load on there that I think people maybe don't know exists. So trawl the archives. There's so much knowledge on there. Right, guys, I'll leave you to it. I hope that's been useful. Ultimately, yeah, just stop wasting money on shit and start spending it on you, and you'll just attract a shitload more success. Bloody hero, Ross, says David. Amazing. Just ordered mindset, says Sophie. Brilliant, Soph. See, right there, that's what I'm talking about. Because you know what, Soph? How much was it? Let us know. Because it probably wasn't even 11 quid. I bet on Amazon it's probably about 8 quid or something. You had an opportunity there to basically go and buy 2 coffees or a glass of wine, or buy this, and you chose to buy this. So good on you. I've started to apply this recently anyway. Nice to have it hammered home. Awesome, David. It just works, guys. It just works. Like I say, I'm not one of these guys who just pushes stuff, tells people to do it. I can't be more transparent with you. I've just shown you my bloody wage slip, you know. It's ridiculous. Like £5 it was for that book, says Sophie. Sleep well, everyone, says Warren. You'll be amazed how much you can find free online with books in other formats. Yeah, in PDF formats. You can sometimes get a lot of books online for free. Search for that. But yeah, I'm just being totally open and honest with you as usual. I'm not selling you a load of shit, just telling you how it is and how I found it. So please let me know how you find it. Tweet me at Ross A. Grant, tweet at ActOnThisTV. Come and join the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/ActOnThisTV. Sign up on the website, actonthis.tv. Have a bloody great time. Lots of options. Cheers, Hipster. Says good night. Thanks all. Yeah, go and be great, guys. Go and smash it, and hopefully next week when we're on the Scope on Wednesday night, Wednesday night, you'll all be telling me you're millionaires. This time next year, Rodney. We'll all be millionaires. Nice one, guys. Appreciate you all. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you soon. Bye for now.